baby die one day. I don't know if it was raining or not, but you know what? The cartoon-sized tears dripped from my eyes down my cheeks in such a fashion that it left a vacancy in my heart for a long time, and still. I decided actually, probably several months, maybe half a year or so afterwards, that the only way to fill that vacant hole was by buying a Honda Rebel. It was a motorcycle. And that gave me the opportunity to have freedom and get out there and enjoy the wind in my hair and the bugs in my teeth. I mean, it happens occasionally. I wear a full face helmet on my motorcycle. So anyways, and that's why I'm wearing the leather pants, okay? Is part of my etiquette for being safe out on the roads. Anyways, bought this Honda Rebel, 250cc motorcycle, taught myself how to ride, and I did it fairly well considering, teaching myself, thought I knew all the tricks. Many years later, and a couple of different motorcycles later, I actually became a motorcycle instructor at Conestoga College. Okay, so I teach other people how to ride. Anybody out here ride? Y'all babies? Ah, that's good, that's good. All right, so I teach people how to ride motorcycles. I'm also a life coach. One of the things that's most important to me is teaching people how to practice perfect, not only on motorcycles, but in life. Okay, practice perfect. How are you going to be the best person that you can possibly be? Okay, so I taught this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, back June 7th. I bought a new motorcycle, by the way, a week before. Drove all the way to Peterborough to get this used motorcycle. Denim blue color tank, silver on the inside. Oh, a lot of chrome. Oh, and it sounded so bad. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying, right? Anyways, this thing made noise, and I was a little bit nervous about taking it to our small community because we have a lot of Mennonites and Amish, and I didn't want to insult anybody, but hey. Okay, so it was my iron horse, my animal of choice. Okay. Anyways, this one evening, I had come all the way from Peterborough. That's a long way to go for this bike. Okay, so anyways, I come home from work one Wednesday evening, and the wind was strong. It was so strong. I had a 2-hour drive from where I teach to home, okay? And half an hour into my ride, I knew that my energy level was very, very low. And that's actually a scary thing if you're a motorcyclist. You have to make sure that you have proper alertness. So I decided to have a quick little PETA stop. I didn't practice that, but that was all right. I had a quick PETA stop and watched the wind blow hard, and the sky was so ominous. But at one point, I actually saw a break in the sky, and I thought it was safe to leave. So I got all bundled up in all of my proper gear. I wore a conspicuous jacket so people would see me while I'm out on the road. And this bike got attention, by the way. Like, people love the look of this bike, okay? So I wear conspicuous clothing just to be a little bit more visible while I'm riding. Anyways, I get on my bike, travel on the rest of my hour-and-a-half journey, and the wind is just blaring. It is going, folks. I get to a curve in the road, and the curve is a long sweeping curve to the right. And the wind is barreling like nut bar from the left, pushing me. And I'm using my right hand on the hand grip to push steer through the curve, but I'm also fighting the wind gust from the left. And because I'm a motorcyclist and I've been well seasoned and I practice perfect, I don't want to practice all the same old bad habits. I want to practice perfect so that I keep enhancing my skills. I found that there was a 45-degree angle ditch to my right with fence posts and steel frame fence and, you know, double solid yellow line along this curve. But as I'm looking up and ahead, I see headlights. And it's not just one vehicle, there's 4 vehicles. There's a car that is passing in the curve, heading straight at me. Headlights glaring in my eyes, passing a transport truck, an SUV, and a car coming straight at me in this long swooping curve, which he had no right doing. Whether he saw me or she saw me or not, I have no idea. I still don't know. But you know, what I did was I steered as far as I could to the right side of that long sweeping curve, and I said, Jesus. I didn't say it like a swear word. I said it quite emphatically, but I did say, Jesus. Honestly, I didn't know what was going to happen. I really didn't. It was in nanoseconds that this all transpired. Pushed steered as far to the right as I could, and that car whizzed past me. If I would have put my arm out, it would have been severed, I swear to you. But I did hear the sound of the metal rush past my ear. Frightened the garbage out of me. I knew that if I would have been in my RAV4, I would have either been part of a really horrific accident, or I would have rolled it down this 45-degree angle ditch and wound up in a tangled mess in the fence posts. And I'm not so sure I'd be here, truthfully. Who thinks motorcycles are dangerous? This motorcycle happened to save my life that day. It saved my life. I gathered myself, I watched everybody leave. They were in my little rearview mirror. I watched them go through the rest of the curve. Nobody stopped. I was alone, I was isolated, I was invisible. And I traveled an hour and a half home with all of these crazy thoughts in my mind, like, how did I survive this? Why did I survive this? Who am I to survive this? There are so many people out there that get injured or are worse off. I got home, met my neighbors, so happened that they were out, and I started to unfold this story to them. And before I could get out the entire story, my husband came walking around the corner and said, honey, one of our very best friends just passed away. I mean, you put that on top of what I had just gone through, and I went into anxiety, full-on anxiety, and I ran into the house, and I covered myself up under blankets, and I hid there until morning, until I found my calm. You understand that I've shared one miracle already with you regarding the Harley. There's another one coming. So I ran into the house. The following morning, I take a look at a package. I said to my husband, Al, that there's something miraculous going on with this motorcycle. I've got to investigate it more. When I bought it at Longley Harley in Peterborough, they said that there had been 14 previous owners, which I thought ridiculous, because it was like an awesome bike, really awesome bike. I take a look at the Ontario lien report, okay, to make sure that there is no lien on this motorcycle. And sure enough, there were 14 owners. I went through it meticulously, but I don't know why I did. I was just ever so focused. It went dealer to owner, flip the page, dealer to owner, repeat, repeat. Get to the very end page. My husband's name is Al, okay? The very original owner in 2005 to 2007 was my husband, Alan Brogreen. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, my jaw dropped. I started to shake like I was sitting on that Harley. I was trembling. We went out, we raced out, literally, we didn't know each other back at that time. We raced out to the front of the yard and discovered that the hole, there was like a little ding in the tank. He made it the very first day. He made that ding in the tank. It was absolutely ridiculous, but he repaired it well. Anyways, guys, I just want to say the incredible stories that we develop on our adversities may have some kind of form of miracle in them. You know, there may be a miracle just hiding in each and every one of your adversities. And we all go through it, don't we? Okay? You know, you can give it up. I could have given up riding out of fear. I could have given in, but I decided to give all. I decided that I was not going to use an anchor, not an anchor like grounding me, but an anchor like what the ship throws out that sinks to keep that ship stationary. I decided that I was not going to be lending my feelings towards that anchor. I chose to rise with wings and carry on my adventure of motorcycling. Have a really great evening, folks.